This is the Shark Tank, where hopeful entrepreneurs get a once-in-a-lifetime chance to pitch the sharks in hopes of getting an investment to start, grow, or save their businesses.
I'm asking for $150,000.
For 30% of my company.
The entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
Someone wants to come after my business and take the food out of my kids' mouths, I will fight.
I started this company because I was diagnosed with skin cancer at 26. I know I am just starting, but this is my passion.
I haven't had any food for 8 days.
You are so full of crap. I don't get you. You're the one who told us you know your company inside and out.
We have sold 500,000 of these.
Wow.
If the sharks hear a great idea, they're ready to invest using their own money.
I want to give you an opportunity.
And they're willing to fight each other for a piece of the action.
I'll give you $75,000. I want a royalty of 7%.
I say I give you the $150,000 and we tell this bozo to take a walk.
Oh! Who are the sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Damon John is a fashion and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU, with over $6 billion in retail sales to date. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 300 products, grossing over $500 million in retail sales. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur, tech guru, and the outspoken owner of the NBA's Dallas Mavericks.
You have to put on our sunscreen. We gotta be sun safe. I'm Betsy Johnson. I live in Prairie Village, Kansas, with my amazing husband Matt and my adorable son Andy. Do you want to go outside? Time for a walk. I was diagnosed with skin cancer at 26, and it was actually one of the scariest things that ever happened to me. I quickly learned that one bad sunburn can really affect people for the rest of their lives. So I decided that I wanted to start a business to keep everybody sun safe. Hey, Bear.
Hey, Babs. How's it going?
I started my company with my brother Barry. It can be a bit of a struggle because he lives in Pittsburgh. Thankfully for the internet, it makes it possible for Barry and I to be in the same room.
I know we're going to be big.
Barry has reservations about coming on Shark Tank because he thinks we can do it on our own without giving up any of our company. But I feel we don't have the experience and the business connections like the sharks. If we don't get a deal with the sharks, I don't think our business can grow as big as it actually could be. Hi, Sharks. I'm Betsy Johnson.
And I'm Barry Wanless.
And we are the siblings behind SwimZip, a sun-protective swimwear line.
We're seeking $60,000 for a 5% stake in SwimZip.
As parents, we want to keep our babies safe and protected from the sun's harmful rays. No matter how diligently we apply and reapply sunscreen, we are still subjecting our children's skin to the harsh sun and potentially painful sunburns.
Taking kids to the pool and beach should be fun, but with all the screaming and fighting and fussing, traditional sun protective methods are such a chore.
There has to be a better way.
There has to be a better way.
Let us introduce you to the super stylish UV protective swimwear line that keeps kids sun safe and parents sane. SwimZip features our signature full-length zipper down the front, so it's extremely easy to put on and take off. And both our tops and our bottoms block 98% of UVA and UVB cancer-causing rays.
In fact, SwimZip's sun protective swimwear is so simple to put on, kids can literally do it themselves. Just one quick zip leads to a day full of easy sun protection.
All right, Sharks, who wants to zip up this deal?
Are you designing and manufacturing all of this today?
I do all the designs myself. We create all the prints. We work directly with the manufacturer.
It's very stylish. I love the little stuff.
Really quick, we got samples for you.
Oh, great.
Totally.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is this an adult size?
No, it's actually the kid size.
Thanks, bud.
Our swimsuits actually come as sets, so you get both a top and a bottom when you purchase our product. Say bye. Say thanks.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
What are your sales?
We sold $225,000 this year.
Was that your first year?
That's our third year in business.
Third year. What were the sales the second year?
The second year, 18,000. So we've grown 1,100%.
How are you selling them?
We sell on Amazon. We sell on our website. We also sell on the Target website. We also sell in high-end hotels.
You're selling to the independent stores.
Yeah, it's
fairly small,
It
right?
is fairly small right now.
We have stores that sell in Japan, Germany, Guam.
What are you making it for?
$5 to $7.
What were your profits?
$100,000.
You didn't pay yourselves anything, right?
We currently don't take a salary.
So you've basically told me it's worth $1.2 million. You're offering me 5% for $60,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're making $100,000 without paying yourselves. If you each paid yourself $50,000, which is not unreasonable, you make nothing.
This year, yes.
Is there anything unique about the materials that you're using?
Nope, it's swimsuit material.
The material is not unique. What makes you unique is the fact that you have that same material with a zipper up the front. That's it.
No, well, that's part of it. What really sets apart are our designs. Betsy designs all of these suits herself, but where we really come in is our price point is $15 wholesale, top and bottom. The people who we're competing with are $45 to $60. We're
Without a zipper.
I'm trying to get at what this business is really worth. I think because you've established some market share and you've proven you can design it, I don't know, I'd put a value on it of $500,000 maybe, but it's not worth $1.2 million. Let's ask our FUBU retail clothing guy. Can I set this up myself for $500,000?
Yes.
So, what do I need you for? I look at my money as gasoline. I want to pour it on something that I already understand how it works. I just add money, I make more money. That's what I love. There's no place for me to pour my money into. I don't see it here. I'm out.
We are on the Target website, and we actually have an exclusive line for
They
them.
have not taken you into the stores
No,
yet?
we're trying to work right now to do a test in the southern stores.
You don't want to do that.
Why not?
The big guys and girls can crush you with just one set of returns. Their margins are so small. You want to stay where you are with the boutiques, but that's part of the problem here. You're a little green in understanding all this. Now, I have to take my hat off to you. You made it past the hardest point to show proof of concept.
Yeah.
But there's bad stuff coming.
It's a tough one for me because I see the growth potential here. It's just a little too early for me, so I'm out.
I started this company because I was diagnosed with skin cancer at 26, and, you know, I had insurance and a paycheck and quit. I decided to try to take this on, and this is my passion. Like, I know this company in sun protection is the wave of the future, and we're starting with swimwear, and and I still have a lot to learn. But I'm a fighter, and I will build this brand, and I will build this swimwear to be the best swimwear line that kids can have. I'm a mommy on a mission. My 1-year-old is just, he is my world. And we go to the park, and he wears his swim zips because I can't find anything. I am pushing this product. I know I am just starting, and I have made mistakes, but we will bring this company to something huge. And,
We're just at the tip of the iceberg here.
225,000 sales is nothing to laugh at by any means. And I think Damon's right, you are green, but frankly, all of us up here, if we knew the things we should be afraid of in business, we may have never started, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And what is really apparent about you and you, Barry, is that, the best way to get over doubt and inexperience is simply action. I'm just struggling with, how do you go from a little boutique business to millions of dollars? I don't have the answer. And because I don't see the answer, I'm not going to give you my money today. I'm out.
Betsy, you're a beast.
Thanks.
And that's an enormous compliment. Barry, you're there to help her, and that's a great thing, but you're still a family business. And family businesses aren't to the point of their life cycle where they can just explode. You haven't even broken out of the I'm hiring my friends and family mode yet. Then you get to 10 employees or 15 employees, then you have to manage those employees, right? It's just a huge step. And until you get to that step, it's much more difficult to be ignited and to have that inflection point. And honestly, I learned a lot of lessons from the 30 companies I've invested in on Shark Tank that proved that point to me.
Well, I want a strategic investor. I don't want to be a family business. Like I said, I want this out there, and I need the help.
I'm out.
Okay, we have one shark left. Lori?
I was a one-man band for 5 years. I had passion and drive and a dream, and I made it. I'm sitting here today.
Yeah.
I see so much of that in you.
Thank you.
Because you are not only smart, you're right on trend. Because melanoma is one of the #1 killers.
Yeah.
And it starts in children. So, I want to give you an opportunity here, because I believe in you. So I'm going to give you the $60,000 for 20% equity stake. I personally want you to be open to going into Target and other places, but we're just going to ask for terms that don't hurt us.
I love
so
that.
So no returns.
See, this is what I need, is I need the experience, and you've done it. And
well, you're doing really well yourself, and that's why I want to get behind you, because sometimes you just have to get behind people that are doing the right thing.
Thank you.
So that's my offer.
What's the valuation of you at $300,000? That's fair, because you don't make any money.
You know what, Lori? Would you be willing to do 120 for 20%?
Oh!
4 sharks are out. Betsy and Barry have an offer from Lori, $60,000 for 20% of their company. But they have made a counter offer, surprising the sharks.
You know what, Lori? Would you be willing to do 120 for 20%?
Oh!
We were at 60 for 20. So I had a lot of confidence in you 4 or 5 minutes ago. It's your drive, your passion, that hard work, what I think you can do. But now I'm getting worried because you're showing me a different side. You have to gain my confidence back now. I'm not going to change my number, but I want to make sure that I've just picked the right person.
Well, I do believe in it. I want to make sure I have enough capital.
You're the one who came in and asked for a specific amount of money. You're the one who told us you know your company inside and out. You're the one who told us you only need the expertise.
And she's devaluing our company.
Yeah, but Betsy, hang on a second.
But you're not devaluing.
You make no money. You make no money. You have no paycheck.
Barry, why aren't you saying much? Why are you so hesitant?
I think I'm the reason that she's not saying yes.
Why?
Why not? Why did she say yes?
Because I believe in our company. I think we are going to be a $5 million company. And if we're giving someone this 20% stake right now, it's a huge, huge part of our business.
I don't want to push you into anything. If you're not comfortable with this deal, don't take it. I'm taking a chance on you because I believed in you.
A bigger chance now than you thought.
This is about money. Make a decision.
What do you want to do?
Okay. All right. Lori, you have a deal.
All right, good. Barry, you have to get on the train.
Come on, Barry.
Good.
Right.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Barry, ask for a paycheck.
You got it. Yes. Lori, we were going to do this.
I think I was a little hesitant at first because we do value our company a lot and we do anticipate huge sales. But I do think at the end of the day it was the right deal and that Lori's going to be fantastic, a fantastic partner. We're really excited about that.
In Season 2, Kimberly Nelson made a deal with Barbara Corcoran for her homemade cake business, Daisy Cakes.
What do you think? Do we have a deal?
Of course.
Let's see what she's doing now.
Daisy Cakes has gone through some major changes since my last update. On my last update, we moved all the baking out of state to a large production bakery, and it seemed like the only way to meet the demand and keep my customers happy. For a few months, everything was good, and then things just started to spiral downward. I made a couple of really poor hiring decisions, and the quality of the cake was so bad. We lost nearly $150,000 in bad product. The worst part is that damaged our reputation with our most loyal customers. We take a lot of pride in these Daisy Cakes being made the right way. So with some really good words of advice from Barbara, we decided to bring the Daisy Cakes baking back here to Pauline, South Carolina, where it started. So how are y'all doing on these? You got enough? We're back to basics here, and I've hired a great team of employees, and I learned a really big lesson. That's that nobody's going to make a Daisy Cake the way my mom and I are going to make a Daisy Cake. I knew it'd be fun and hard at work. Come on, show me the operation. Barbara has been a tremendous support, and her guidance has been just what we needed for Daisy Cakes. Our projected sales for Daisy Cakes over the next year should be close to $3 million.
Let me tell you something, we're just getting started. When you're growing a business, it's a series of mistakes that you have to learn to overcome. Kim has the magic ingredient of every great entrepreneur. When she gets hit, she pops right back up, and that's why Kim is succeeding again at Daisy Cakes.
Just because you get a deal on Shark Tank doesn't mean it's going to be an easy road. But with Barbara by my side, I know the future for Daisy Cakes has no limit.
Next Next into the tank is an accomplished entrepreneur from San Diego, California, with a simple way to stay fit.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Phil Black, and my company is FitDeck, and I'm seeking $300,000 in exchange for 20% of the company. FitDeck is a custom deck of fitness playing cards that makes exercise more simple, convenient, and fun. Each card has an illustration and instructions on how to perform the exercise. So all you need to do is shuffle, deal, and go.
Can we see a package?
Sure.
And where are you selling them?
Primarily from our website, direct to consumer. That's about 75% of our business. So why don't you take FitDeck Body Weight? Thank you. This is Cross-Train Damon, or equivalent to CrossFit.
Thank you.
And of course, Mark, FitDeck Basketball.
Appreciate that.
So Sharks, who's ready to go all in?
Okay, walk me through a single unit. What do you sell it for? What does it cost to make?
That sells for $14.95 on our website. It costs about $2 to make.
Are you selling a lot of these cards right now?
We have sold 500,000 of these FitDecks.
Wow.
And how long a period of time?
That's been over the last 7 years or so.
Oh.
The majority of those have been in the last 4 years or so.
How many did you sell last year?
Last year we sold 55,000.
So how many dollars is that?
Last year, 640,000.
Very impressive. What was your profit?
Last year the profit was a break even.
Why? How could you only break even?
There's something missing. You got to be making a ton of money.
Or you got screwed somewhere along the line?
Well, last year was an anomaly. The prior years we had an average of 725,000 in sales with an average profit of about 120,000.
So when your sales dropped, your profit was wiped out?
Correct.
Okay, so Phil, here's where it doesn't add up for me. Let's assume you did 700,000 2 years ago in sales. Your cost of goods on that would have been 100,000, right? That leaves you with $600,000. You made 100, that leaves you with 500,000. You're spending $500,000 running a $700,000 company? Where's the money going?
To some R&D, we have to create them. It's going to making videos. We made 100 videos last year. We redid the entire website.
Phil, my greatest fear for this content is that when it moves online or into an app, it's simply free. I mean, if you just Google these stretches, there's a ton of content that's there for free.
Well, the problem with that is it's so all over the place that if you wanted to do it, you could type in stretching exercises for a bad hamstring. You're going to get 15 million responses. And we're breaking it down for you to make it very simple.
What would you like the $300,000 for?
The $300,000 is going to map to where we think the future of the business is. So 75 to 8% of that we feel is going on the digital side.
You're planning to sell that app, right?
Correct.
That's a
We've
tough
been
business.
selling that app for the last...
Very tough space.
Wait. You've been selling an app? You have an app?
We've been selling it for about 4 or 5 months. We're getting 1,000 downloads a month with very little
It's
marketing.
all free at that point, right?
No, we sell this for $9.99.
How'd you come up with this? Tell us about your background.
I was a Navy SEAL for almost 6 years.
You were?
Yes.
All
Good
right.
for you.
Good
Thank
for
you.
you.
Yeah, well, actually, the idea for FitDeck was based on a car game that I played with my college roommates at Yale University. And it was a game called PUG, short for push-up game. Now, this became a campus-wide sensation at Yale. You know, it made an impression on me. I graduated from Yale, and I went to one of the biggest investment banks in the world for about 2.5 years.
Which bank was it, Phil?
It was Goldman Sachs.
No kidding.
Oh my God.
Hey,
So
I'm
hang
Goldman?
on, hang on. You have a degree from Yale, you were an investment banker, and that wasn't enough, so then you were a Navy SEAL.
I came to my senses after the investment banking and became a SEAL.
So now you're flying around
Okay,
the
then
world
what happened?
doing crazy
Well,
stuff.
yeah, while I was flying around the world, we had every fitness product and program in the world at our fingertips. And guess what we played?
Pug.
We played the PUG game. I left, and I went to Harvard Business School. And there...
Okay, stop. All that training, you came up with cards?
Exactly.
So finish the story.
So I said, why stop at push-ups? Why not take this PUG concept and create a business out of it? FitDeck. We can attack all things, not just bodyweight exercises, but yoga, Pilates, stretching, CrossFit,
How
basketball.
old are you? Are you like 58? How could you have time to do all that?
I'm 43. Most of this was done. I have 4 kids too, so they keep me pretty busy as well, and a dog.
Phil, it's like a heck of a story, but why
Trading cards, you know?
Why
It just doesn't
cards?
add up.
It's a simple solution.
You understand the idea of milking it now.
Yes.
You've already got the infrastructure. I don't know how long this lasts, but you could probably pull a couple of $1 million out of it.
That's what I'm hoping to do, Kevin. That's why I'm here.
Phil, it's interesting. Honestly, with your background, it's kind of a disconnect that you go from there to trading cards, but you've done a great job of it. To sell $4 million, that's amazing. What is a problem is you recognize you're going to have to go into the mobile side of things.
Yes.
It is the most brutal business in the world. There are hundreds of thousands of apps, and probably hundreds of thousands minus 1,000 have gone out of business. I just don't see that as being an equitable outcome, right? I just don't see the future there, and so for that reason, I'm out.
Phil, you're an MBA investment banker at Goldman Sachs. You put
Yale,
a value
Harvard
on this
graduate.
business of $1.5 million. Come on, I mean, you know it's not worth $1.5 million now. It doesn't make enough money to value that. I mean,
Well, I think it does. I think we have a great library of content.
I get that,
40 different titles. We've got cash flow. We have a great name. FitDeck. Fitness Deck.
Great name.
We have the story. We have authenticity. We have a brand.
And you're a Navy SEAL.
Exactly. And lastly, if there's one thing that I think all of us share,
What?
we can fight. Robert, I know you can fight. Lori, I know you can fight. Kevin, I know you can fight. Damon, I know can fight. Is anyone going to argue that Mark Cuban can fight?
Yeah,
Guess
but I
what?
fight for me.
I can fight
for
too.
I can fight for me. I can fight for you. I ain't fighting
Someone
for
wants
you.
to come after my business, Kevin, and take the food out of my kids' mouths? I will fight.
Oh.
You guys want to join me? We'll all fight.
Phil, do you do this?
Somebody pepper spray this guy.
Do you do this full time?
Yes, this is our primary source of income. FitDeck must work. I've got 4 kids.
Phil, let me bring some clarity.
Okay.
You know, Goldman Sachs, Harvard, Yale, a SEAL, FitTech. I'm so impressed. I probably want to do the deal just because of you. I probably will get a financial advisor, a professor, a bodyguard, and a trainer all at the same time.
All right.
You know, it's amazing, but, you know, applications, it's a new gold rush. Everybody with a computer believes they have one. You know, the money that you have to spend to keep this current, I just don't know if I can help you, and I think it's worth it. You have a... I'm out.
Phil, I'm with you on the cards. It's a pretty good idea. Where you and I digress is there's something wrong in the business. You're selling $700,000 for a product where your margin is unbelievable and you can't make money at it. Very impressive story. Thank you for your service, but I'm out.
You, as a technology person, you know, the fact that we have 500,000 decks out there that we can move people over and migrate them.
Phil, if you think they're going to migrate, you're lying to yourself.
No, Phil, I think you're amazing. I love your passion. I like the simplicity of the card because sometimes I think we get too divisive. But I think it's really difficult to compete in this market. When you go online, there's just so many different offerings for exercises. For me, I don't think it's the right business to invest in, so I'm out.
Who's left?
I think Mr. Wonderful is the last, and I got to tell you something, Phil. I've been sitting in the Shark Tank for many years now, listening to a lot of pitches, and I pretty well get it very quickly. I don't get you. Phil, your resume is very impressive. Perhaps the best we've ever seen on Shark Tank. I'm not kidding. It does not equate to a deck of cards. You are destined for much greater things than this. I'm giving you a free pass to come back from the doors with the next idea, and I think everybody else here would do the same. This is not it. I'm out.
Phil, thank you.
Thank you for your time,
Thank
Phil.
you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, likewise.
Nice to meet you.
They weren't really buying into the vision and into the business. And as a Navy SEAL, I've swum with real sharks before, and given the choice, I'd probably go back to the real sharks and stay away from those guys.
Next up is an entrepreneur with a pill that he feels everyone should have just in case.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Daryl Stevenette, and I've created a product called Life Caps. I'm here seeking a $200,000 investment in exchange for 30% of my company. Now, Sharks, can I ask you a question? Do I look healthy? Do I look mentally alert? I haven't had any food for 8 days. Life Caps is a life-saving survival pill that you can take in times of emergency when food is not available. Life Caps satisfies hunger. I am not hungry. Life Caps provides nutrition. I am mentally alert. I got the idea a few years ago when I saw a story about coal miners that were trapped underground in southern Utah. The rescue workers were drilling a 4-inch hole down 1,500 feet, trying to get food and water down to the miners. And then I thought, why doesn't somebody come up with an idea like a pill that could sustain life in an emergency? Then I thought, why not me? I'm a musician. I knew nothing about formulating a food product, so I reached out to a friend of mine who had created some of the top-selling energy bars in America. And a few weeks later, Life Caps was born. Life Caps is perfect for any emergency situation, such as earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, even campers, hikers, hunters. With your help, I feel we can get the word out to the masses about this amazing new product and help a lot of people become better prepared for the unexpected. Thank you.
Now, you didn't tell us how long the shelf life is of this
I have
pill.
a 5-year shelf life.
You really haven't eaten in 8 days. Nothing.
Swear to God.
Robert,
Just water
this is a,
and a pill.
Robert,
This is nothing. I went 17 days and they put me on a show in Salt Lake City. 4 ladies were interviewing me, kept saying, oh my gosh, you must have lost weight.
Did you
7
lose
times.
weight?
First of all, this is not a diet pill. Yes, I've lost some weight. And I think if you lose a little weight to save your life, that's a small price to pay.
What the point is, these women were looking to you and going, diet aid, right?
Well, I know they're thinking that because there was a 10,000 viewership on the show. It was 98% women. And after I said that, we sold out. We did 30,000 in sales.
Did you have one every day?
I take a pill for breakfast, one for lunch, one for dinner. And if I'm hungry at night, I'll take a snack. Would you like to try it?
Yes. Absolutely not. Can we see the packaging, though?
Mark, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
Daryl, how many calories are in each capsule?
There's a little bit of sugar in each one, but it's not. The calories are not there so you can live on it. The calories are there to help drive the nutrients right into your bloodstream.
All right, so I read this bottle, and basically everything in here is like what's in some of the vitamins that I take. Isn't this just a vitamin?
There is a huge difference. You know when bears hibernate, they go 7 months without food? How do they do that? Bears don't die.
They buy life caps.
When your body gets pure nutrition, but 0 calories, it feels free to burn body fat. I'm surviving right now on my own body fat. That's how bears hibernate. We've created a metabolic trigger, which allows the body to burn its own fat for stored energy.
How much weight did you lose in that 8 days?
I burn 1 pound a day when I'm doing this and nothing else.
8 pounds?
Let me ask you something here. At the end of the day, you want a bunch of people to say, I want to just not eat and take this instead.
No, that's not what I'm going for at all.
How do I make money?
Well, then how do we make money? Yeah, because I'm going to buy one pack. I don't even buy another.
You guys seriously considering looking at making money from this nonsense?
I want to know.
I want to know what he's thinking.
Daryl, are you selling this today?
5 years, we've done 440,000.
All you have to say, hey, I took it for 8 days, lost 1 pound a day, and everybody goes nuts. If this was real, you would be telling us about how you took it to doctors, how you've had studies done.
I want to do a clinical study. I didn't have the money to do it.
You have had $100,000 in sales.
My doctor
You are so full of crap. You keep on going back to all this nonsense,
By the way, I haven't eaten for 8 days. I have no crap in me, trust me.
Daryl, I want to buy it.
I have a big question. Is this FDA approved?
FDA
no
does
supplement
not
company
approve
wants.
dietary supplements, only drugs. This is FDA 100% compliant.
Yeah, because
Okay,
you do
Daryl.
nothing.
But
You're
it's
such a
never
snake
been-
oil salesperson. If you do nothing,
Mark,
it's FDA
I
compliant.
challenge you to go 8 days without food.
Daryl, you knew that you'd run across a guy like Mark. You had the sales, you had the money. Why didn't you get some clinical tests done?
Well, I think maybe it's time to do it. I look at the last 5 years as a test market.
So I'm going to suspend belief for a second and forget about all the objections to this. My biggest problem with it is that I have to have a few of these sitting on the shelf in case the zombies come. The trouble is, I'm not buying any more until the zombies come. So I just buy it once, sits on my shelf, waiting for zombies. That's no good.
That's the problem.
How do I make money?
That's the only problem?
Let's say
Why are we talking about this? Look, I see why you came up with this angle. No one can contest it. This truly worked. It'd be really, really easy to take it to doctors and do studies, but instead you come in like a snake oil salesperson knowing that you're going to prey on everybody watching the minute you said you lose 1 pound per day when you take this. That's wrong. I'm out, as Kevin says, with prejudice.
Mark, I agree. We backdoor the diet industry. Like I said, I'm a musician. I don't know all the ins and outs.
I've been doing it for
Well,
5
you know
years.
what, though?
He's a hustler.
I did a
He's
real
hustler.
world study.
Whenever somebody is selling something that you ingest, you have to be a really responsible person and make sure that what you're giving everybody is safe. Doing the clinical trials and the studies and all of that beforehand is really important. You haven't done that. I'm out.
Barbara, can I explain one thing?
I'm not Barbara.
Or excuse me, Lori.
that mental thing is very similar. That mental thing is not holding up.
You know, the problem is people want a shortcut. People don't want to put the discipline in it takes to eat healthy and lose weight and so on. So a guy like you comes along and people see a shortcut and they don't look behind the facade. I think it's irresponsible. I'm out.
You know, the presentation started off like steak. It started to look like filet mignon. But as the other sharks pointed out, no FDA approval, no research, no clinical trials. The filet mignon, the steak, just became a rotten pack of bologna. I'm out.
And then there was one.
I'm just a guy trying to scratch out a living. I ask myself, can I make any money investing in this? And the answer is no. I'm out.
I really appreciate all of you, and I appreciate what you're doing for people. Putting people to work, helping entrepreneurs. It's an honor to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
He's such a snake oil salesperson. He's going to go anywhere that there's an audience and hope that somebody says yes. I get slimy just thinking about him. Next.
Next in the tank is a mom from Provo, Utah, with a stylish and functional way to cover tiny feet.
Hi, my name is Susan Peterson. The name of my company is Freshly Picked, and I'm asking for $150,000 for 10%. Freshly Picked is the world's best baby moccasin. When my second child, Gus, was born, I looked everywhere for this type of shoe. Soft soles are actually better for babies that are learning to walk because they can flex their toes with every step, and this promotes balance. I couldn't find the shoe that I was looking for, so I decided to try my hand at making one. I had a bag of scrap leather that I'd gotten from a garage sale, and I taught myself how to sew. I worked through 6 different designs until I landed on one that fit the bill. Let me show you how amazing my moccasins are. These are to remind you of your days on the track.
Adorable.
Stay golden.
Oh, thank you.
They're so cute.
Thank you.
Because I like your heart and for your team.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, really cute. Where do you make these?
I started out making these all by myself. 2 years ago, I hired a local girl to help me, and then we also get them made in California as well.
Susan, how do you sell them today?
Strictly through our e-commerce site.
And what are your sales?
500,000.
500,000?
That's a big number.
This year.
Wow.
Wow.
This year. Good for you.
Susan, what's your profit on the 500,000?
120,000.
How many pairs is the most active buyer buying from you?
Okay, that's a good question.
500,000?
All my questions are good, Susan. That's why they call me Mr. Wonderful.
Well, they're very
Kevin,
easy.
your face is on my pillow at night. I've gone to bed. I love
Whoa.
Keep it up. I'll drop the royalty rate.
All right,
listen.
answer that question, please,
Okay,
Kevin.
wait. So, out of all of our customers that have made one purchase, 50% of them have come back and bought at least 3 more times.
That's very impressive.
Can a baby easily just pull it off?
No, that's the thing. The elastic keeps it around their ankle.
So, Susan, 500,000
Yes.
sales. Tell me how much money you've put into the company when you started.
So when I first started, I didn't have any money. My husband was in school and we were really, really poor. My brother owns a window installation business, and so I convinced him one summer to give me all the old windows he took out. And I spent the whole summer out there during nap time in the heat, banging the glass out of those windows because they're aluminum frame. I took those frames to the scrapyard at the end of the summer, and I got $200. And I was able to buy 1 height of leather, which makes about 40
That's
moccasins,
really great.
and then I
Man.
just continually put it back in. And that's why we had kind of a slow start.
That literally is the best story to start a company I've ever heard.
How much do these sell for? I don't think we got a price
$60
point.
retail.
$60 a pair.
$60.
Uh-huh.
And what do you make them for?
We're at about 17 because we're still domestic.
What's the projection for next year?
I think with just my social media alone, I can do between 2 and 3 million.
That's a lot of baby shoes.
I am gaining about 1,500 new followers on Instagram a week, and we found that about 10% of our Instagram buy.
And do you have retailers that are customers? Any
We
brick
have
and
a
mortar?
lot of retailers that are interested, but I can't keep up with the demand. I need the money to make a big order overseas. This next year, my vision for the company is to start moving into retail.
I'm just wondering, how in love with retail are you? Because it's a very tough business on the inventory side.
I want to build a big company.
But you want to make money.
You're right.
Retail's like a siren on an ancient ship, drawing the sailors towards her and then drowning them. That's what happens.
True.
You know, I've seen it happen many, many times. They take your capital, they put your product in the store,
Yeah.
and they don't pay you till they get paid plus
Right.
30 days.
Susan, let me just say, your story of taking the windows and pulling out the aluminum should be in every business book, should be in every entrepreneur's guide. You personify the American dream of saying, get off my butt and let's go out there and get it done.
Thank you, Mark.
Now, that said, right, I'm not the guy for the baby shoes world. I'd be learning from you more than you'd be learning from me. I can't respect you enough, but I have to say, I'm out.
Okay.
So, Susan, like Mark said, very impressive. I have a saying that I always tell people, sales trumps all. I mean, wow, 500,000, you got it going on. I can't add anything to the baby shoe business. I don't think I'm the right partner for you. I'm out.
You have what it takes to make a great business and to run your business. I actually think that you'll be better on your own. So for that reason, I'm out.
How many pairs do you think you're going to sell in a year?
Next year,
Yeah.
between 25 to 30,000.
So if you feel you're going to do that, which is more than awesome, it's amazing, why do you feel you need the $150,000? Why take on a partner?
Well, I haven't been to school. This is my first business, and I have been burned a couple of times, and I love advice. No one ever has to do the work for me. As shown, I will do it. But I need help with manufacturing. That's a big one for me.
I don't want 10% of a company. It doesn't get me up in the morning. I mean, that's just not enough. For all the headaches you're going to be.
I am not a headache.
Business is always full of headaches, trust me. but you have high margins. So I'm going to set up a rather crafty way of doing it. You have to get $150,000. And in this deal, I need this guy more than he needs me. But I bring a lot to the table in terms of making you bigger than you are. I'll give you $75,000, and the way I would structure it is no equity. Don't want any. I want a royalty. I'd like to do a royalty of 7% until my 75 comes back, and then drop it down to 5%. And you can well afford that.
But you have to give her 150, Kev.
No, but I only have 75, unfortunately. I wonder if anybody else has 75.
So that means, Damon, you have to give her 75.
Three sharks are out. Susan has a partial offer from Kevin, but needs Damon to join in on the offer.
Susan, I say I give you the $150,000 for 25%, and we tell this bozo to take a walk.
Ooh. 25%. Wow, that's expensive.
I'm 25% of a partnership with you, and I'll help you with everything.
That's a lot of equity. This is a real debate for you now.
No, it's
It really is.
Kevin, I really thank you for your offer, but I think at this point in my business where I want to grow to, I don't think it's smart for me to give you 7%.
What would you give me if I kept my equity at 0?
Tell him take a walk and let's do this.
No, but honestly,
I will give you a kiss.
that's what's in it for me, a kiss.
Tell him take a
cheap.
walk.
That is cheap. Trust me. Susan, why are you not dealing with Damon?
Just tell him take a walk.
I was gonna, Damon, you're my dream shark. Will you do 150 for 20%?
I'm going to give you the respect of who you are because of what you've done and what you've accomplished. I normally would want 1/3. I would like to stay at 25.
So 150,000 for 25% values my company at 600,000, which is almost what I've done this year. I think next month I'll hit that mark. But you're my dream investor.
It's not about what I'm valuing your company at.
Yeah.
It's what I'm valuing my time at. Because when you put in the valuation, if we're just purely doing valuation, that means I just write you 150,000 and I look in my mailbox every quarter and I don't help you.
Susan, one thing though, when you sell the company one day for $100 million, you're going to cry on my pillow for the $25 million you're going to give him.
Kevin, I love you, but I don't think I can give away any percentage of my profit.
Susan, 150,000, 25% from Damon. You got to make a decision.
When I go to New York next time, can I come see your office?
You will have a space in my office. How about that?
We have a deal.
Love it.
Congrats, Susan. I'm so excited to work with you.
Thank you for letting me be a part of your dream.
Thank
This is
you.
amazing. Congrats.
Great job, Susan. Thank you.
Great deal. Right. Wow, I like that one.
Good job. I'm really excited to work with Damon because he knows manufacturing, he knows retail. He's just the perfect combination for me. It's going to be a beautiful marriage.
Next time on Shark Tank, New York Giants co-owner and prolific film producer Steve Tisch joins the tank.
Hold on. I'm going to offer $250,000.
Yeah, I'm going to give you $350,000.
You're done playing games with these guys. Do not give up your equity. Let me finish talking, Mark.
Shut up, Kevin.
You have 3 offers on the table.
I'm going to offer you $1 million.
Whoa!
And you know we're the right partners.
Lori just kicked me to the curb.
Stop. We were just about to close.
No, we weren't.
No, you weren't.
No, we weren't. Sit down, Lori.
The teacher sex scandal that shocked the nation. The teenage boy and his parents speak out on 2020 now.
This is the Shark Tank, where hopeful entrepreneurs get a once-in-a-lifetime chance to pitch the sharks in hopes of getting an investment to start, grow, or save their businesses.
I'm asking for $150,000.
For 30% of my company.
The entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
Someone wants to come after my business and take the food out of my kids' mouths, I will fight.
I started this company because I was diagnosed with skin cancer at 26. I know I'm just starting, but this is my passion.
I haven't had any food for 8 days.
You are so full of crap. I don't get you. You're the one who told us you know your company inside and out.
We have sold 500,000 of these.
Wow.
If the sharks hear a great idea, they're ready to invest using their own money.
I want to give you an opportunity.
And they're willing to fight each other for a piece of the action.
I'll give you $75,000. I want a royalty of 7%.
I say I give you the $150,000 and we tell this bozo to take a walk.
Oh!
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Damon John is a fashion and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU, with over $6 billion in retail sales to date. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 300 products, grossing over $500 million in retail sales. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur, tech guru, and the outspoken owner of the NBA's Dallas Mavericks.
I'm Betsy Johnson. I live in Prairie Village, Kansas, with my amazing husband Matt and my adorable son Andy. Do you want to go outside? Time for a walk. I was diagnosed with skin cancer at 26, and it was actually one of the scariest things that ever happened to me. I quickly learned that one bad sunburn can really affect people for the rest of their lives. So I decided that I wanted to start a business to keep everybody's sun safe. Hey, Bear.
Hey, Babs. How's it going?
I started my company with my brother Barry. It can be a bit of a struggle because he lives in Pittsburgh. Thankfully for the internet, it makes it possible for Barry and I to be in the same room.
I know we're going to be big.
Barry has reservations about coming on Shark Tank because he thinks we can do it on our own without giving up any of our company. But I feel we don't have the experience and the business connections like the Sharks. If we don't get a deal with the Sharks, I don't think our business can grow as big as it actually could be. Hi, Sharks. I'm Betsy Johnson.
And I'm Barry Wanless.
And we are the siblings behind SwimZip, a sun-protective swimwear line.
We're seeking $60,000 for a 5% stake in SwimZip.
As parents, we want to keep our babies safe and protected from the sun's harmful rays. No matter how diligently we apply and reapply sunscreen, we are still subjecting our children's skin to the harsh sun and potentially painful sunburns.
Taking kids to the pool and beach should be fun, but with all the screaming and fighting and fussing, traditional sun protective methods are such a chore.
There has to be a better way.
There has to be a better way.
Let us introduce you to the super stylish UV protective swimwear line that keeps kids sun safe and parents sane. SwimZip features our signature full-length zipper down the front, so it's extremely easy to put on and take off. And both our tops and our bottoms block 98% of UVA and UVB cancer-causing rays.
In fact, SwimZip's sun protective swimwear is so simple to put on, kids can literally do it themselves. Just one quick zip leads to a day full of easy sun protection.
All right, Sharks, who wants to zip up this deal?
Are you designing and manufacturing all of this today?
I do all the designs myself. We create all the prints. We work directly with the manufacturer.
It's very stylish. I love the little stuff.
Really quick, we got samples for you.
Oh, great.
Totally.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is this an adult size?
No, it's actually the kid size.
Thanks, bud.
Our swimsuits actually come as sets, so you get both a top and a bottom when you purchase our product. Say bye. Say thanks.
See you guys. Bye, guys.
What are your sales?
We sold $225,000 this year.
Was that your first year?
That's our third year in business.
Third year. What were the sales the second year?
The second year, 18,000. So we've grown 1,100%.
How are you selling them?
We sell on Amazon. We sell on our website. We also sell on the Target website. We also sell in high-end hotels.
You're selling to the independent stores.
Yeah, it's
fairly small,
It
right?
is fairly small right now.
We have stores that sell in Japan, Germany, Guam.
What are you making it for?
$5 to $7.
What were your profits?
100,000.
But you didn't pay yourselves anything, right?
We currently don't take a salary.
So you've basically told me it's worth $1.2 million. You're offering me 5% for $60,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're making $100,000 without paying yourselves. If you each paid yourself $50,000, which is not unreasonable, you make nothing.
This year, yes.
Is there anything unique about the materials that you're using?
Nope, it's swimsuit material.
The material is not unique. What makes you unique is the fact that you have that same material with a zipper up the front. That's it.
No, well, that's part of it. What really sets apart are our designs. Betsy designs all of these suits herself, but where we really come in is our price point is $15 wholesale, top and bottom. The people who we're competing with are $45 to $60. We're
Without a zipper.
I'm trying to get at what this business is really worth. I think because you've established some market share and you've proven you can design it, I don't know, I put a value on it of $500,000 maybe, but it's not worth $1.2 million. Let's ask our FUBU retail clothing guy. Can I set this up myself for $500,000?
Yes.
So, what do I need you for? I look at my money as gasoline. I want to pour it on something that I already understand how it works. I just add money, I make more money. That's what I love. There's no place for me to pour my money into. I don't see it here. I'm not.
We are on the Target website, and we actually have an exclusive line for
They
them.
have not taken you into the stores
No,
yet?
we're trying to work right now to do a test in the southern stores.
You don't want to do that.
Why not?
The big guys and girls can crush you with just one set of returns. Their margins are so small. You want to stay where you are with the boutiques, but that's part of the problem here. You're a little green in understanding all this. Now, I have to take my hat off to you. You made it past the hardest point to show proof of concept.
Yeah.
But there's bad stuff coming.
It's a tough one for me because I see the growth potential here. It's just a little too early for me, so I'm out.
I started this company because I was diagnosed with skin cancer at 26, and, you know, I had insurance and a paycheck and quit. I decided to try to take this on, and this is my passion. Like, I know this company